We'll start with law of torts, but before that, right, you should have some general understanding on certain matters. So we are going to discuss that. After that, we will proceed with the topics that we have in the syllabus and other stuff. Okay, so what is law? What do you think is law?
Law is like there is no exact word, ma'am, to define that.
Hmm. But what do you understand when someone says law? What do you understand?
I have understood law is like supreme power.
Law is like supreme power. All right. So what is
Yes, ma'am.
law?
I what I
Hmm. Yeah. So law is basically like a supreme power. We need to abide by it, right? If there is a law, we need to follow that. We cannot just violate it, right? Like if there is a law with regard to like COVID-19 that there are restrictions, you cannot go out, you need to obey that, right? You cannot just violate that law. So that is nothing but a law. What is law? It's rules or regulations that we need to follow. Alright, so whatever is written,
yes,
we
ma'am.
need to follow that. If they have mentioned that, okay, fine, after taking admission for LLB, you need to appear for all these papers. Only when you clear all the papers, you will get your degree, right? So that is a law. You need to follow that. You cannot simply say that I have taken admission, now give me the degree, right? You cannot say like that. Why? Because there is a law that mentions it, right? That you need to clear all the papers. After that only you will get the degree. So that is nothing but a law. And what is it? It is some sort of a rules or regulations that we need to follow. All right. So see if there is any confusion, any doubts in between, right? If you are not understanding, you can let me know, okay? Because all these topics are related to one another. Okay, it would be difficult for you otherwise to understand the remaining concepts. Okay, you can tell me. So, what is law? You understood, right? Rules and regulations that we need to follow. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, why do we need to follow those rules and regulations? It's because we live in a society, right? There are so many people. We all will have different interests, different opinions, different understanding, different thinking. So you may like something, I may like something else, another person would like something else. Now, which one will we follow, right? So, in order to maintain uniformity and for us to be able to live in a society, right, we should all live in a society peacefully without fighting with each other, right? So, that's the simple reason why we need laws because we are a lot of people living in a society. We will have different opinions, different thinking, different understanding to maintain a balance, right? We need law. All right, so that is clear, right? What is law and why we need law.
Yes, ma'am. Clear, clear.
Okay. Now, what happens when there is a law? It will give you a right. Okay, law gives some rights to someone and some duties to another person. All right, so what law gives is it will give some rights and duties. Okay, whenever someone is having a right, someone else will have a duty. Otherwise, you cannot enjoy your right. Take for example, like primary education is free, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Primary education in government schools is free. What is the age group? Are you aware of the age group?
14, ma'am. 14.
Yes. From 6 to 14 years, it's free. Now, why is it free? It is because there is a law with regard to that. Okay, there is a law that was passed in 2002, I guess, with regard to this that provides for free and compulsory primary education to children between 6 to 14 years. That means this law is providing for a right? That 6 to 14 years children will get a right to get free education. Now, simply having the law is not enough, right? I can write whatever I want, I can get it printed and say this is the law. But will the children be able to enjoy that right? They will not be able to enjoy that right until and unless someone has been given some duties. All right, so what is that duty? Who is having this duty over here? Can you tell, if children are given this right that you have a right to get free and compulsory primary education, who will have a duty in this case?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Take for example, under a law, children are given a right that you have a right to get free and compulsory primary education. Who will have a duty to provide that free and compulsory education?
Government, ma'am.
Government will have, right? So government has, like, there is education department, right? There is education department, there is inspector of schools, there are different government schools, then there are teachers in those schools. So all these people will have a duty. What kind of a duty? That they need to ensure that children are able to enjoy this, right? Alright, so understood till this much, right? What is a law? Law is providing for some rights and obligations. Alright? Now,
Yes.
what is right, you know anyways, right? Right is like an entitlement. If you have a right to free and compulsory primary education, you have that right, you can claim for it. If you have a right to vote, you have that right. After attaining 18 years of age, you can give vote, right? So that is nothing but a right. Now, rights are of different types, okay? Depending on what kind of a right you have, they are been divided into different types. One of which you need to know is right in rem and right in personam. Alright, we need to know what is right in rem and what is right in personam. We need to understand this because it is related to some of the topics that we are going to study. Alright, now what is right in rem, we will see. What is right in rem? I have even given it is available against the whole world. That means, okay, fine, when there is a right, there will be a duty. If you have a right, the entire world will have an obligation. Okay, the entire world will have a duty. Can you give any example where you have a right, everyone else is having a duty? Or a right when you have a right and some specific person or a group of person is having a duty? Any example that you can think of?
Education right.
Education right. So that is right in rem
Lots
or
of.
right in personam?
Yes, ma'am, lots of here. Most important thing is education right.
Alright, so you have right to education. Now you will have this as right in rem or right in personam.
Sorry, ma'am.
Take for example, you have right to education. Alright, like take for example, you have taken admission in KSLU. Alright, now you have a right to get education and get degree. Okay, now what kind of a right is it? Is it right in rem or right in persona? First, we will understand what is right in rem and what is right in persona. Right in rem is something which is available against the entire world. That means you will have a right and the entire world, all the other remaining people will have a duty. Okay, take for example, you are owner of a plot of land. Alright, you are owner of a plot of land. Now, all the other people in this world have a duty that they do not enter your plot of land, they do not disturb you in enjoyment of the plot of land and all that other stuff. Right? So this is nothing but right in rem. You have a right and all the other people in this entire world, they have a duty that they should not enter your property without your permission. Alright, that is nothing but right in rem. You have a right. All the other people in this entire world will have an obligation, a duty to ensure you are able to enjoy your right. Is it clear, right in rem?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because their properties our for it's mine, so that's
Yeah.
why they
Hmm.
don't have the right.
Yeah, if you are the owner of the property, you only have the right? I cannot just enter your property and be like, okay, I want to plant a mango tree or something. I should not do that, right? Why? Because you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a right being owner of the property. So that makes it a right in rem. That means apart from you, no one else in this entire world should violate your right. Right? The entire world will have an obligation, a duty to ensure they are not violating your right. Okay, so that is nothing but right in rem. Is it clear?
Yes, I'm clear.
Alright, next one is right in personam, which means it is available against specific person or specific group only. Okay, that means fine, you have a right, but this right is available against a specific person only. Take for example, I have a book. Alright, I have a very good book for law of torts. Alright, what I am doing is I told you okay fine, you want to prepare for your exam, you can take my book for 1 week. Okay, you can take my book for 1 week, you prepare your notes, you study from it and everything, and after 1 week you return this book to me. Alright, now I have a right? Take for example, this is the book. Okay, I am owner of this particular book. I gave you this book for 1 week. After 1 week, I have a right to get my book back. Right? I have this right. But against whom I have this right? From whom I can claim this book?
Because this book is yours, ma'am. So that's
Yeah.
why you
Hmm.
have a right to ask them.
Yeah. From whom can I ask?
From whom have taken this book?
Yes, right. If I have given this book to you for 1 week, after 1 week, I can go to you and ask you to return this book. That means this is right in persona. Right? I definitely have a right to get back my book, but I simply cannot go randomly any person. I cannot say, oh, return my law of torts book. I cannot say that, right? It will be against this specific person only against whom I have a right. So that is nothing but right in persona. Alright, in both the two cases, I have a right. In one case, against entire world, I have the right. In another one, against specific individual or a specific group only I have, and to them only I can ask for this right. Alright, is this part clear? Any confusion until here?
No doubts, ma'am. Cleared.
Now, so if you have got enrolled in KSLU for LLB course, you have a right to get education and right to get a degree. Is it right in rem or right in persona?
Right here, ma'am.
Hmm?
Right here, ma'am. Because I have got a admission
Which right? Right in rem or persona?
to ask them to get a good education.
Yeah, that only. Like under which one it would come? Is it right in rem or right in persona?
I think right in REM.
Right in rem. Is it? See here about
Ma'am, I
after this specific group or person. If you have taken admission in KSLU, can you go to Karnataka University and say that give me my degree? Can you go to Pondicherry University and say give me my degree? You cannot, right? If you have taken admission in KSLU, you have a right against that university only. You can only ask KSLU that I have appeared for all the exams, I cleared all the exams, now give me my degree. So it is right in personam. It's against specific group. KSLU university only you have a right. You randomly cannot go to any university and then ask for the degree. Right? So it is not right in rem, but it's right in personam where you have the right available against one specific person or it may be a group of person. So KSLU becomes a group of person. But if I lend you my book and then I ask you to return this book, in that case, it becomes right in persona against a specific individual. I have this right. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear. Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Hmm.
General, I am asking you.
Hmm.
Ma'am, if you give a book to me,
Hmm.
we have a right to return,
Hmm.
to ask return.
Hmm.
I will ask you, what is the proof?
Hmm.
Then what, ma'am? What will happen?
See, for books, right, it would be maybe my name would be written or I have some track records. Usually, people do not lend books like that, right? You would otherwise lend a book from library. They would have all the records and everything, right? When semester exam is nearing, they would say that until and unless you return all the books, you are not entitled to appear for the exam. Like that, they would say. Mostly in between friends, it's depending on good trust and everything they would lend. All right, there we are not like maintaining a register and all that stuff. It's only because I have trust on my friend I would be lending that book. If I do not trust a person, I would not lend the book. Simple as that.
Yes, ma'am.
But for
It's depend
library,
on trust.
hmm?
It's totally depend on trust, ma'am.
Yeah, it is totally dependent on trust, and mostly we do not maintain any register and all that other stuff. Maybe someone might be there who was there, who saw as a witness, they saw. Some evidences might be there, but otherwise, in between friends and known people, we do not maintain such kind of registers and other stuff. But it is mostly in case of libraries that you would see, they would maintain everything. And if you do not return the books, you are not entitled to appear for the exam. You will not get your degree. You would not get your certificate and all that things. So people would return anyways. All right. Is
Yes,
it
ma'am. Got it.
all right?